There is now word that Kanye West will be having another listening party for his new album, Donda. And we got two of these, one in Atlanta. We had also gotten one in Las Vegas. And then the last one had happened on August 6th at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, again in Atlanta. But throughout all of those dates, there was still no album drop. So guys, if you're new to NFR, we have been covering this whole Donda rollout. So please subscribe if you have not already. And for the people who have been supporters of NFR for a while, smash the like button on this video because we put so much effort into these videos. So I gotta ask you, man, we're back at the same situation. I feel like this is deja vu. Do you think that the album is finally coming out, and what are your sort of expectations for this next listening party?
Yeah, so now everyone's saying that this album will apparently be coming out on August 27th, which is not this Friday, the one after. And this all started yesterday when Black Mass, a producer who's been working closely with Kanye for the entire Donda rollout, came out and tweeted, "Donda news on the way." And of course, all the Kanye stans went crazy for that and, started wondering, okay, is Hurricane coming out? Is Donda being released? What kind of announcement are we getting? But today, we got confirmation after Donda's place, a source that has been very trusted throughout the entire rollout, breaking news right away. And also on thin ice, another source that has been getting information very quickly. They both came out and said that another listening party is going down in Kanye's hometown of Chicago. So that's an amazing, coming back home story. Kind of reminds me of homecoming off of graduation. And this is very fitting for Kanye to do a listening party here, because if he's done 3 already, why not do a 4th? But the reason why I think it's not going to come out, I'll actually give you 2 reasons. The first one is that Digital Nas, another producer who's been working closely with Kanye, did a podcast recently, and on it, he said that everything we heard at the most recent listening party in Atlanta, that was all demos. Those songs are not actually complete. So obviously, Kanye's still working on it. Not only that, but I also feel like it won't come out because now it's about the experience. Now it's about not actually, releasing the album, but experiencing it in person and through these live streams. And maybe Kanye will never want this release. So what are your thoughts on this? And do you think we'll actually see the album come out on August 27th?
It's a double-sided coin for me, because I'm looking at this in 2 different perspectives. One side of me is saying, listen, I want this album, and I'm so hungry for it that I don't even want a listening party. But the other one, the other side of me, the Kanye side, the Kanye fan side of me is saying, I don't know. I kind of need the album, but I'm kind of enjoying this whole rollout because it's been one big tease. And to be honest with you, it always comes down to this point. It's like, he could drop this in December. I'm still fucking listening. You know 100%. What I'm trying to say? It's a Kanye album. You have to go through that experience, but it's also at a point where I need the album. It's been too long. And now the fact that it's starting to get into almost like a 2-month rollout, if we wait till next month, that's quite a bit of time that you're doing teasing, that you're giving dates, because we've gotten dates from Apple. We've gotten them from Beats. We've gotten them from Def Jam. We've gotten them from Justin LeBoy. We've gotten them from Kanye's camp. We've gotten them from everywhere. So it's like, when is he actually going to come out and say when this album is releasing?
Well, he hasn't said a word the whole time.
But that's it.
So.
It's like he's been silent, and he's been letting a lot of people doing the talk for him. So even if this does happen and we get the listening party and Def Jam comes out again and tweets Donda Day, or Beats releases another commercial with a date in the bottom right corner to their video, I'm not buying it. I really have to. I'll only believe it, like I said in my first, video that we did on this. I'm only going to believe it until we get the deluxe.
Yeah, I can't blame you. And another indication that this listening party is definitely happening is that someone who works for security at the Soldier Field Stadium in Chicago came out and tweeted that on his event planner for work, something popped up saying that there will be a major concert on August 26th. And of course, all that speculation leads to Kanye. But in terms of the album dropping, no one has said or reported on that, but it's assumed because with the last 2 listening parties, people around Kanye have said that the goal is for the listening party to go down and for the album to drop right after. And look, here's where I stand with the whole Kanye rollout, because a part of me hates it and a part of me loves it. I hate it because, like you were just saying, we've been getting these release dates from not Kanye, but from people around Kanye, and they haven't been followed through with. And I feel like that's kind of not a good way to speak on the album to the fans. It kind of doesn't, put up the best message because you're lying to them in a sense. But the reason why I love it is because, I feel like hip hop in 2021 has become recyclable in the sense that an album comes out, we listen to it for a week, and then it kind of creeps out of our rotation. But with what Kanye is doing now is he's making us hear these songs on multiple occasions, and we're getting to hear the progress in the creativity and into the mixing, the mastering, how he's adding drums to certain instrumentals, how he's adding features to certain songs, and seeing the evolution of the music is something that you don't get to see every day. So it's crazy because he can go on tour with this album and people are going to know the fucking words. Like, this is actually becoming an album and its own entity without it actually being released. So, I mean, personally, I haven't revisited the MP4 files too much, but there are a lot of highlights from the listening party.
There were highlights from the listening party, but I'm also going to go back to this point. It's that hip hop has been dead, since COVID had started, and it's like now it's starting to pick up because we're getting major rollouts this year. It started off with J. Cole, then we got a major Tyler rollout, and now this summer all of this Donda hype has been happening, and we've been here just watching everything go down, and we're also in the midst of Drake dropping CLB. So I have to say that Donda has been an extremely fun part of my summer, but at the same time, as a fan, I just want to hear the music, because going back to that listening party, I don't think any of the material from those first two listening parties are going to make that final cut.
You don't think any of it?
No. I don't think like the way that we heard them.
Okay.
Like, I think the songs are probably going to all stay the same, but the mixing and mastering is probably going to be completely different. As you said, different features. On certain versions of songs, I heard drums that I didn't hear on the first one. So it's always an evolution with Kanye's track list, and apparently he's removing a lot of features as well. So who knows where this album's going to go? It's definitely not going to be the same experience as the listening parties. But as far as Chicago goes, I'm still going to watch it because the first two live experiences were really fucking nice. I love the sets. I love the transition and the aesthetic changes within the set when, certain songs were playing. Not only that, but I love to see, Kanye's enthusiasm throughout it as well. And it's been a cool story. So where do you stand now with this new date?
It's interesting because, I mean, a big thing and a big narrative that's been going on too is the fact that Kanye might have been pushing back the release date of Donda to drop at the same time as Certified Lover Boy to have that sales battle and kind of reignite the competition between them. I don't know if that's the case. We'll end up seeing soon because I do feel like Certified Lover Boy is on the horizon. So if those two clash, it would be a big moment and I'd be very excited to see it. But at the end of the day, I just want to know what Donda is all about. I want to see the songs in the right order. I want to see the song structure, and I want to see what messages Kanye really wants to put out, because of course, it's very personal. He's talking about losing his family. He's talking about strengthening his faith and his beliefs towards God and Christianity. So seeing those messages played out have been very nice. The fact that he's been getting features to talk about similar content matter in that gospel light is very cool too. But at this point, I mean, like I said, we'll eventually be doing probably a video if this listening party happens and the album doesn't drop on if Donda will ever come out, because he might never decide to drop it and just keep it as an experience that is meant to be, consumed but not purchased, let's say. So we'll get into that, if we have to, talk about Donda not being released again as we did so many other times. But at this point, man, I want to see the music come out, and I want to know more than anything is how is this track list going to become different again? What are the changes going to be? And that's kind of the most exciting part about this, is that we might get additional songs and we'll probably be getting a lot of changes. So what do you want to see out of this next listening party?
I want to see a lot less features, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel as if the track list was flooded with features, and I get it. You go into every Kanye album, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or The Life of Pablo, and there is a load of star-studded features. But in certain instances, example like Hurricane, and I mentioned this to you on several occasions.
Yeah.
I feel as if it was a song featuring Kanye. Like, I didn't get enough of Kanye's presence on that track, and I feel as if The Weeknd and Lil Baby had most of the share time on that song. And I mean, listen, I'll take that because I'm a fan of both those artists, and I think they add great value to a track list. But at the end of the day, this is Donda.
Yeah.
This is Kanye's track list. This is for him to come out and show his artistic value and show the type of stuff that he's been going through. Not only that, but if the message and theme of this album is Donda, something so personal, something so touching, I want to see, that go through with a full thematic basis. Like, that would be so fucking cool, and I think it would add so much to Kanye's discography. But regardless, whatever way he decides to go, I will support it. But at the end of the day, I think that's my one gripe with the listening parties was too many features. But how about you? What do you feel is one thing that needs to be changed?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. I think that there's certain versions that were maybe more enjoyable before, like, for example, Pure Souls. I loved it way more when the drums weren't added onto the instrumental, and the way that Kanye's flow sounded just with kind of that piano melody instead of the drums. Besides that, I mean, I think that there are maybe too many features, like you said. But apart from that, I love Jesus Lord. I love the inclusions of Jay Electronica and the locks, and I just want to hear a proper song order, because I feel like the songs are kind of just mixed and mixed and matched, yeah, sporadically. So I do want to hear it kind of more organized, and want to kind of see where Kanye is going and where his vision truly lies from start to finish. But it's going to be a great experience, and hopefully we get the album, man.
Well, listen, if we do end up getting the album, it will be a glorious day for all Kanye fans. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for going through this whole video with us. It's been a ride so far. We've been doing so many update videos on Donda, so if you have not already subscribed, please do so, because we'll be keeping you updated throughout this whole rollout. And as I said to all the subscribers at the beginning of this video, if you did like this new Donda update, smash the like button, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching the video. It's always a pleasure doing content for you guys. Listen, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because we're doing album reviews, and we actually have our series called Everything We Know, where we take you guys through the whole album rollout of the hottest releases of the year. Not only that, guys, but our Patreon plan is now live. You guys can access that in the bio. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.